Hey everyone, so it's gonna be the first episode of Cruise Garden on YouTube. I'm just gonna give like a little pan view of what I got going on in the garden and just keep it simple for the first episode. I don't have the most high-tech technology that some of these other YouTubers have with wow, I'm having like speech impediments today. So I don't have all the high-tech gear, all right? I'm basically using a mic system I got off of Amazon and my cell phone. So maybe when the channel gets going, if it gets a little bit larger, I can figure out how to get some better audio and video equipment, all right? So just keep it simple. We got the raised garden beds this year in, what was it, just before March break. We used our tax return to invest in it because we figured after 2-3 years we'll get a return on investment with the raised garden beds for the produce that we would get from growing food. Just thought it was the wisest thing to do with those funds. So we extended the garden because originally we just kind of dug out a plot that was, I think it's like 20 by 20 or 15 by 15, and it was just straight like dirt. And you put some fertilizer on there like manure and whatnot. We used a mix of sheep, horse, and something else, probably cow manure. And it did okay, but you always fighting the rabbits. So we thought that maybe invest in garden beds would be a good idea. And so far it's done pretty well. All of our starter plants we started in March in the greenhouse, and that was all from seed. So we didn't invest in any starter plants this year. A lot of people like to start their starter plants from seed indoors, but I kind of wanted to go all out for like canning and preserving food this year because we all know that everybody's economy sucks right now, and so does the prices of produce and food. So starting over here, we planted some eggplant, beets, red kidney beans, and some onions, and they're doing pretty well. Our eggplants have just gotten huge, and the flowers have just started to turn to little eggplants. Currently don't have anything in the greenhouse right now because I'm working on the floor. I've been finding a lot of flagstone around the property. So I put some garden tarp down, put the flagstone on top, and I'll probably put some screening down just to stop the weeds and everything else coming up. Because also on the other side of this garden bed, I transplanted all of our raspberries, blackberries, and wild berries over to the fence over here, over that way this year, or maybe a little bit further over this way. But yeah, that was fun because it was starting to pardon me, grow up through the floor of the greenhouse, and that was no good. So over here is our squash garden. So we got early prolific, your standard green zucchini, some yellow zucchini, buttercup squash, spaghetti squash, and butternut squash as well. And we got some black totes down here. You can't really see them because they're kind of overgrown. Those are some of our cherry tomato plants and various other small tomatoes. We've got Hungarian peppers and bell peppers as well, closer to the end. And we got some fruit trees that the squirrels absolutely decimated this year when we actually started getting some apples and pears. Broke off some branches. Luckily, they're growing back. Coming over this way, we've got a little fruit garden, and that's got your strawberries, blueberries, black currant, ground cherries, which are like a Polish fruit, really cool, coming like a little flower they open up and it's got like a little berry in it. We've also got dwarf cherries in there, and we had some gooseberries, but I don't think they survived this year. I'll have to check. The garden's a little overgrown with weeds because I've been building a garden for a family member the last couple weeks, and been focusing a lot on building the chicken coop, which I'll do an episode on tomorrow. So this, because a lot of people have been asking me about the chickens, all right? Chickens are a lot of fun, and they've been growing really fast. So over here, we've got your broccoli, and we've got brain freeze. We've got your Brussels sprouts, which everybody hates, but you know what? They're like mini cabbages, and food is food. Over here, in this one, we've got cabbages that have been getting decimated from earwigs. I learned a trick a little while ago on social media where you get like leggings from the Dollarama and actually put them over top of the cabbage while it's growing, and it will stretch out as it's coming up. I'm not sure if that actually works. Haven't tested it yet because I know that the leaves actually curl in over the cabbage, but I think it's more or less when you get the cabbage to the size you want it before harvesting. Also got some cauliflower going on this side. And then down here, we've got a whole lot, and I mean a whole lot, of Roma tomatoes. Now the Roma tomatoes, I went overboard, and the entire family thinks I've gone overboard, but I wanted to do salsa, spaghetti sauce, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we got about 36 plants in there, and it's getting crazy. They're getting close to being harvested, so we'll see what happens. Going back this way, we've got 1 and 2, right there, 1,000 liter water containers that I got off Facebook. A lot of the items here, other than the greenhouse and raised garden beds, were all Facebook. Facebook Marketplace is great, especially if you're looking for garden tools. Use garden tools or hit your local garage sales. So that's pretty much it for the veg. We've got some grapes that we got to plant and some other things coming up. And yeah, so I will get a little bit more detail. I just want to give it like a quick tour, and maybe I'll do another video today of seeing what we got in the squash garden to harvest, because I know there's some monsters in there. So maybe I'll do a quick little blip on that too, just for fun. So I will wrap this one up, and yeah, this is just, I'm just trying to have fun with this, guys. So hope you enjoyed the quick little spin around, and we'll see you for the next one.